Hey, my name's Jason Creel and you're watching The Lawn Care Life. I want to give you some advice today on how to talk to an angry customer in the lawn care business. Stay tuned. So if you're in the lawn business long enough, or for that matter, just about any business, and you're dealing with people, unfortunately it's going to come up where you're going to not make somebody happy. Now it could be different levels of anger. They could be just slightly disgusted with you, or the situation may have escalated to a full outrage. And a lot of that has to do with what are the circumstances of the situation, and a lot of it has to do with the personality of the person who has been offended. But let's just say for a lawn business, normal situations happen. Whatever reason, you've not done a satisfactory job on a lawn, whether that means you didn't do a satisfactory job, in reality, or the customer's perception was not met. But it could be a situation where a customer has a broken glass. You're out working on a property and they notice they've got a chip in their window, a scratch on their car. From a weed control standpoint, they still got weeds in their lawn, and those situations come up. What do you say to the customer? I had a situation recently that brought this to mind, and I pulled up on a customer's lawn and I'm doing weed control and fertilization, and he comes walking out. He says, "You're just the man I want to see." And I said, "Oh, what's going on?" And he says, I want to come show you something over here in my lawn. And he showed me, he said, "I got these burrs in my lawn." And I go look at the particular weed he's got, which is called Kalinga, and it has a little spiky ball on top that, I get that's what he was referring to as the burr. So, we talked about that particular weed. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to spray that, and you should see some results. I can't promise it won't come back, but we'll work on it. And if you have a problem with it again, will you please let me know so I can come back and work on it again?" And I think just respond like that. Was nothing magical I said, but one, I was taking care of the situation quickly, and two, letting him know that if he had future concerns. If I'd have just responded with some kind of answer about, "Oh, that's a tough weed control, what am I supposed to do about it? I spray it, but it's just gonna come right back. Go look at your neighbor's yard, I bet he's got it too." Those are not the kind of answers that diffuse a situation. Okay, so if somebody calls you, let's approach it like this. Somebody calls on the phone or comes out and talks to you in your lawn business, and they're obviously visibly upset, or maybe, and again, it can be on different levels. This customer wasn't particularly upset. He just wanted me to express his concern, which I don't blame him. That's what they're supposed to do. It wasn't a fault at all on the customer. But easily, if I would have responded wrongly, it could have escalated. So if somebody has a problem, the initial response, the very first sentence out of your mouth, is going to be super critical in being able to solve the problem, or at least diffuse the situation and keep it from escalating. So, we work with, I got young kids and families in general. There are a number of bickering and arguing amongst our family, and we constantly are talking to them about one particular Bible verse. Is Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turns away wrath. I don't know of any other verse that's more relevant in our family than that one, because with the constant bickering and the anger and the arguing, if you would just provide a soft answer, it can diffuse the whole situation. In the lawn business, this is very applicable as well. That first answer can literally turn away the wrath, or if done incorrectly, can escalate the situation. So another situation I had the other day, I ordered a little 2-gallon handheld sprayer the other day, and I've got several of them, and it works fine, but I needed another one. And so I ordered one, and just so happened I was ordering from Amazon, and I found that they had what they call a warehouse deal. That's where you get one that's been returned or whatever reason, and it says on there, Amazon warehouse deal. It was a little bit cheaper than the full price. And I said, okay, I'll get the warehouse deal. And it said on there like slight cosmetic damage or something like that. Well, I get the sprayer, I get it, and the handle has two. It doesn't look like the normal handle, for one, and it had some rusty screws holding it together. And I thought that's not slight cosmetic imperfections, as the description led me to believe. But regardless, that I can live with some rusty screws. Well, then I go to actually start using it, and it's leaking, out the handle. And I take the handle apart, try to tighten some stuff up. It's still leaking. I said, okay, this isn't gonna work. And so I call Amazon. If you want to know something about how to deal with irate customers, can you imagine how many phone calls Amazon, some of these big companies, not because they do a bad job, but just the sheer number of volume of orders they have. So you call Amazon and you say, you know, I got a problem. One, what I love about Amazon, they answer the phone pretty quickly. You're not on hold for 20 minutes waiting to talk to somebody. And you get on the call and they want to know what the problem is. And, you know, I said, hey, I ordered this, you know, sprayer and it's got a leaky handle, and I was led to believe it was just some cosmetic damages by the description. And what do they do? She didn't say, well, you should have read the description further. Well, you should have bought a new one if you wanted one perfect. You know, she didn't start saying all that. They immediately go into apologetic mode. We're so sorry, Mr. Creel, that you had to experience that. Let me talk with my manager and see what we can do about that. She puts me on hold, comes back, she said, I tell you what, we're gonna issue a full refund for that. You don't have to send the sprayer back. I'm so sorry that happened. You know, and of course, immediately diffuses the situation. Is there anything else I can do for you? Let me send you an email to confirm your refund. Those people are experts at this. And you know what? Look what it's done for their business. I think when you're talking about these humongous businesses, and it doesn't have to always be big business, but people that are successful, they understand the importance of that customer relationship, and they're not gonna let a sprayer. Now, let me say this. I thought this was good. I read this the other day. Amazon, and I'm proud of them for doing this, they said they actually started cracking down on people who are abusing the return system, you know, because they're very gracious in that. And of course, I'm not trying to abuse the situation. I literally got a product that was defective. But they said that, you know, people that are abusing it, sending stuff back way too much, that Amazon's actually began deleting their accounts. And I love that, because you know what? People start taking advantage of it. And you got to do that in the lawn business as well. You know what I'm saying? Give the customer the benefit of the doubt. Diffuse the situation, try to resolve it as quickly as possible. But if it becomes a regular situation where you feel like you're constantly under attack, at that point you may need to take some advice from Amazon and delete that account. Now, even that, there's a right and wrong way to go about that. But if you feel like the customer's just trying to, you know, abuse you, take advantage of, and that sort of thing, then obviously something needs to be done. But so I hope the video is helpful. Look forward to hearing from you guys on these situations. I'm sure many of you have run into situations, and I know that I don't always handle this properly. And when I don't, what happens? It sometimes can create a situation where you're never able to recover with that customer. If nothing else, you have to go back and apologize. But if you can diffuse it from the very beginning, it helps. So let me hear from you guys. If you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I've got hundreds of videos on here. You can go click on my channel now, check out some other videos, or check out these that are popping up now. And also, I'd encourage you to go over to lawncarelife.com when you get a chance. You don't have to do it now. You can check out the 2018 Lawn Care Life Conference presented by Jobbers coming up. Real excited about the lineup of speakers we have. So check out the details, lawncarelife.com. Talk to you soon.